Hey there, and thanks for clicking on this video. I'll get to the topic in a moment. I just wanted to take a minute to explain what I'm trying to do here. I'm wanting to do something different. Well, not that different. I did one of these way back in the before times of 2018, but thought, I should try these again. And I wanted to do something scripted, and since the world is currently, I decided why not now. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and let's get this going. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Did you ever watch Jason and the Argonauts and think, man, it sure would be cool to have an adventure like that? You ever wanted to be the lead in an epic story set in a Greek-flavored world, but in a tabletop role-playing game with some of your friends based on a card game that was created to pass the time in said tabletop role-playing game? Now that's wildly specific, but I'd like to introduce you to the plane of Theros, where heroes and epic journeys start from humble beginnings, where gods walk among the night sky gathering power from pious mortals while they plot against one another. And there's also a freaking kraken, because come on. In this video, I'm going to be going over the races that populate the land, the gods who influence and reside over those people, some of the mechanical things while giving my opinions on stuff every now and then. And I don't know how to make transitions, so here we go. Hey, yeah, this is DJ from the future, and this video ended up being way longer than I thought it would be, so I decided to split it into two parts. You have mortals and then gods and monsters. That seems very thematic. Anyway, here's the stuff. The picking for the races that are native to Theros are actually pretty slim, with there only being two completely new races to 5th edition, that being the Leonin and the Satyr. But the ones we get are interesting enough so I can give it a pass. Also, planeswalkers are a thing that exists, so expanding the available races isn't super immersion breaking. But for the ones that are included, what do you get? Well, you get humans, and if you've seen one stat block for a human, you've seen them all. The only thing of note here is that they have pretty neat naming conventions, so you could be Aretha the Franklin or Babus the Builder. Up next is the Centaur, who, unlike their cousins on Ravnica, are more families of traveling merchants as opposed to barbaric murder druids. Although there is a chunk of them that do like to make the good fight. As a Centaur, you get a strength bonus of 2 and a wisdom bonus of 1. Your creature type is Fey. You get a base movement speed of 40, a charge attack, natural weapons in the form of your hooves, equine build, which would make you the party's designated pack horse person, and proficiency in either animal handling, medicine, nature, or survival. Out in the golden plains of Oricos, you have the big beefy alternative to the Baxi. The Leonin, a race that lives by two simple creeds of, yo, the gods are dumb, and I'm talking scrap! As a Thundercat, you get a Constitution bonus of 2 and a Strength bonus of 1. You also get a base movement speed of 35, Dark Vision, natural weapons thanks to your claws, proficiency in either athletics, intimidation, perception, or survival. You also get a roar that can frighten enemies or teammates if you choose. You're a cat. Be a jerk. But what if you wanted to be bigger and even more beef? Then the Minotaurs for you. These once bloodthirsty marauders are statistically the same as the ones introduced in Ravnica, but share a lot of themes as orcs. Only they don't have baby murder hard-coded into their DNA. Hey man, you want party? You want to make your DM clutch their pearls? Then let me introduce you to the Satyr. These party-happy goat folk exist to party, drink wine, party, and as a furry little party animal, you are classified as Fey, get a base walking speed of 35, natural weapons in the form of your ram's horns, magical resistance, the ability to add an extra D8 roll to a standing or running leap that still costs movement as normal, and proficiency in the performance and persuasion skill, as well as an instrument of your choice. This race was made for one class and one class only, Paladin. Now, I've seen a lot of people saying that this race was too powerful and that they nerfed them in their own game because they were classified as Fey, meaning that they can't be targeted by spells such as Hold Person or Charm Person, and the magical resistance giving them advantage on spell save. And while I get it, I do, my hot take is I don't care. It's not so broken that it'll make the game unfun for anyone. Come on, it's a game. Let people have fun. Anyway, last but not least, we have the Triton, who just have 2 changes from their Volos counterpart. One being that they've gotten an attitude adjustment and seem more like curious sea dwellers who will put a smackdown on somebody who messes with the sea, as opposed to the Hasidity folk from Fantasy Atlantis. And second is that the Guardians of the Deep, who live in the depths, the deep, dark depths of darkness, finally have dark vision. because somebody who thought it was a good idea if they didn't. And I wonder who that was. So now that you have your hero all figured out, why not give them one of those very, very on-brand supernatural gifts to give them the edge on their epic quest? There are 9 included in the book that are very, 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 very much meant to be used only in Theros, but there are some examples on how to use other feats as gifts. And to quickly break down the 9 that are included in the book, you have Anvarot, a way to have a Warforged, but in the body of any of the available races. Heroic Destiny, a subtly powerful gift that gives you advantage on death saves and the Orc hard-to-kill racial feat. Make yourself the most death-defiant Baker Barbarian ever. Iconoclast, the checkmate creationist of Theros, whose denial of the gods is so powerful it gives them the power to cast spells that boil down to nah, no. Inscrutable, what if the ring of mind shielding, but your whole body? Also, Sphinx, lifelong companion. Now you and another player can be married and get mechanical benefits. Does this work with polyamory? Nyxborn, you were made of god stars. Also, for a minute, you can make attack rolls against you have disadvantage, and you're resistant to necrotic and radiant damage. I'm gonna make my next big bad evil guy one of these just to frustrate my players. That's gonna be fun. Oracle, you can understand the gods and realize how self-absorbed and petty they are, and to make sure you don't tell anybody their dirty laundry, you can get their help with their ability check. You can also get more boons the more you gossip with your god. Shame about that curse, though. Pious, you were a good god boy who did good in vacation Bible school by brown nosing. Also, you have a bowl haircut. Unscarred. Damage? Pfft, nah. Along with the supernatural gift and races, there are also 2 new subclasses included. The first being the College of Eloquence Bard, the debrate me brah of bards. Personally, I see this either being very fun in a campaign or very uncomfortable with somebody picking it and then giving up on the roleplay 3 games in when they realize they aren't a great orator. I do find it funny, however, that you get the ability to gaslight an enemy with a saving throw based version of cutting words. That's pretty funny. Alternatively, there's the Oath of Glory Paladin. That's just the I'm always about that Jackson action. Wait, no, I messed up my own quote. Anyway, this is for the player who wants to be the classical Greek hero, only this time with righteous smites. Finally, they added a new background, the athlete, which makes you Russell Crowe. Take proficiency in acrobatics and athletics, a language of your choosing, a land vehicle that better be a chariot, and some gold, and then some other items you're gonna forget. That's all for the character stuff. The gods, monsters, and artifacts are next. Like, subscribe, do the bell dinging, leave a comment. Bye. Look at this black screen.